Oh hi, it's 3D printer maintenance day here at the Underpowered Hour. The Ultimaker S5 had a little bit of trouble with its printhead, so that had to get rebuilt, meaning we took the print core, which is one of these guys, out of it and had to clean all around the inside. Basically, hot plastic gets all stuck around the inside here, so we have to heat it up, clean off all the plastic, and then do a cleaning process inside of the actual printer itself, which involves putting this little cleaning stick in there and cleaning it out. We're gonna do a little bit of that, and then we'll put this printer back into service, start making some parts. All right, so this is the print head here of the Ultimaker. So right now what I'm doing is I'm inserting this cleaning filament up into the top of the head. You just do it manually. We're gonna do what's called a cold pull. Insert it in there just a little bit. You confirm this, and then you're just gonna maintain a bit of pressure on it. We can't go too long because I don't have much left here to hold on to, but you're just gonna put a little bit of pressure on it and see how we're extruding this little filament, this little guy. This is like this sort of clear, glassy substance that this stuff is made out of. It's gonna come out of the print head. It's really, really hot, that print head, right? And it's melting this plastic. Okay, so now I'm taking my hand away, and what it's gonna do now is it's gonna cool this whole head down. And then I'm going to rip that little thing out of there, and it's gonna take all the little bits and junk from the inside, and it's gonna take it along with it. It's cone-shaped nicely, and it's pretty clean. It's scorched, but that's fine. It doesn't have any significant material stuck in it, which is what we're really looking for. And so that print head is now cleaned up and it's ready to go back into service. As this one had a pretty major failure, it needed to get some pretty major service. So there we go. Unfortunately, I guess that service didn't work out quite as we had hoped, as it sort of had a little bit of problem printing some of these cassettes that I've been working on for my wiring collection. But I thought this might be a good time to sort of compare and contrast what is a $10,000 industrial 3D print machine and, courtesy of our good friends at BambooLab, our brand new X1 Carbon. And this is a totally different kind of machine. This is definitely geared at the makerspace home user. Really, it's all about barrier to entry for these two machines. This is a $10,000 starting point, and you're probably spending between $1,000 and $1,500 a year to maintain this machine and to feed it, with just the bare minimum of filament, the cheapest filament you're going to put into it. Versus this machine is $1,500 to purchase it, and then even if you're running a huge amount of filament through it, you're probably spending, a few $100s a year on filament, as if you, get good deals on bulk filament. It's 16 bucks a roll. And even if you're burning through print heads, you're going through print cores like crazy, $18 to $25 to replace them. This is meant to deal with a really wide range of professional filaments. So things that aren't just like carbon fiber and stuff like that, but things that are really toxic to print, ASA, ABS, things like that in an industrial setting. The print cores, which are these little printer heads inside of this machine, each one of these print cores costs close to $150. You can sometimes get them for around $115 if you're savvy, but they're hard to get. They're not always in stock. If you want to go to a custom tuned unit like our 3D Solex ones, which actually have ruby tips for printing extremely hard carbon fiber enriched or fiberglass enriched filaments, that's not something that's really available on the little guys. But again, the homemaker simply isn't making something like that. And that's what makes a core like this costs $115, when the core for this machine, again, is somewhere between $18 and $25. This has a hermetically sealed and constantly drying material handling system at the bottom that can use up to 6 different spools of material at the same time, and they can feed to 2 different print cores. And that's another unique thing. This can actually print 2 things at once. So it can print support material and whatever you're printing at the same time. It can print rubber parts and plastic parts into each other. So you can make all kinds of really interesting sort of combinations of things. A huge difference with the BambooLab X1 Carbon versus the Ultimaker S5
is that this thing is about 5 times faster. So these reels take almost overnight to do 10 on the S5, and these take about 3 hours on the Bambu. And so this is made out of a slightly different material. What would take you normally overnight to print, this printer can do it in a couple of hours. And so if you're okay with the material that this one can print, and that serves your purpose, then the utility you can get out of a machine that is so fast really changes the way you think about 3D printing. So anyways, that's the sort of little bit of a quick comparison between these two machines. We're gonna get after emptying this guy out, fixing him up, figuring out what happened, cleaning out the print cores again, doing all that sort of stuff. Unfortunately, an industrial machine like that does expect you to be doing a certain amount of maintenance on it all the time. This has literally thousands of hours of print time on it, so it's getting a little old. It's been around since about 2019, printing almost every day. So it's certainly seen some miles. This does things that this machine can do that really even a year ago no printer in this space was able to do. So it really is pretty cool to have something like this now in this space, and we're just thrilled with the BambooLab folks for letting us try one out.
All right, so we've set out on this, what feels like multi-year mission to use the 3D printer to organize 1,000 tiny bits that we have here in the workshop. So we use these Acro bins. Acro Mills is a company that makes, these high density bins that you're very familiar with. They're these little slide out plastic bins. They've got the, little plastic things, you can sometimes get a divider for them. But we've gone a step a little bit farther, and we've actually printed these little inserts for them. So every bin now has a 3D printed plastic insert that allows us to far more densely pack the Acro bins. And we've added a label to the outside which sort of says what it's got inside and gives us a QR code that we can actually reorder whatever's inside of it. So this might be a McMaster car, this might be an Amazon, this might be whatever, Rovers North, wherever we get the part from. We usually divide these into 6. We've catted up a little model that lets us divide these into 6. And so that's what we're gonna go get off the printer right now. And we'll fill these up with Zerk fittings for greasing stuff, little grease fittings. So here we go. Rope is still up here in a pile, so that's gonna get solved in the future, but there's 2 more bins, reduction of a little plastic case, and everything comes together. And now it'll go into the magic parts bin, and harmony comes to the universe. So next up, we'll print some bins for this, so we'll go over to the computer, we'll get that sent to the printer, and in about 3 hours, we'll have more bins and we'll stuff it and we'll keep doing it. But that's the project so far as the 3D printer is concerned. And again, thanks to the folks at BambooLab. Without them, we wouldn't be able to print this stuff at such incredible high speed. Printing these 2 bins on the previous generation of FDM 3D printers would literally have taken overnight. That wouldn't have really been feasible so far as organizing a shop like this. So in this, we've spent about 3 weeks. We've printed all of these bins custom. Hey, and just for you, we've set up a special spot on our website just for links to all of the models that we've used to create all these fun little bins, as well as links to Amazon for the Acro Mills bins and to all the special organization stuff that we use. So head on over to underpoweredhour.com and get yourself some little 3D models to organize your tiny bits in your shop. So thanks again to BambooLab for sponsoring this wonderful 3D printer. We're having a great time printing with it. Next up will be some little Land Rover bits that Ike and Linus are gonna play with up at the Pangolin shop in Oregon. Until then, we'll see you, hopefully in your workshop.